There's a delicate skill that only a handful of men truly learn. A skill that shifts casual curiosity into intense fixation. This isn't about superficial tactics or sleight of hand. We are exploring a psychological strategy that will keep her contemplating you around the clock. Obsession isn't founded on mere physical appeal. It's a complex blend of expectation, emotional responses, and consistently making her crave more. This strategy isn't for those who easily back down. These methods can be very effective, but they demand careful execution. If you're prepared to discover how to make her completely infatuated with you, continue watching. However, be advised that once you embark on this journey, there's no turning back. Utilize the power of intrigue. Curiosity stands as one of the strongest emotional triggers within the human mind. When someone can't fully comprehend you, their thoughts will continuously return to you like a mystery waiting to be solved. The secret lies in mastering the ability to be forthcoming while still leaving certain details unspoken. Reveal just enough to spark her curiosity, but always keep part of your life, your history, or your thoughts hidden away. The less she understands, the more her thoughts will race with possibilities about what you could be concealing. Maybe there's a hobby you allude to, but never fully share. She notices your frequent weekend absences for it, yet she remains unable to identify what it is. This keeps her yearning for more information, making you a constant source of intrigue. Humans are naturally inclined to hunt for answers and resolution. By intentionally leaving out certain details, you're creating a psychological itch that she feels compelled to scratch. For instance, consider having a secret pastime that you only vaguely reference. You could mention, "I have this thing I do on weekends. It's quite intense." However, you withhold further details. She will become curious and begin to envision what it could entail. Could it be something thrilling, or perhaps a hidden skill? The more she contemplates it, the more she contemplates you. She will desire to be a part of your enigmatic world, and this intrigue will keep her captivated. Utilize emotional ups and downs to foster attachment. Individuals often become reliant on emotional peaks and valleys, particularly in romantic relationships. This is why some women remain infatuated with men who do not treat them well. I'm not advocating for toxic behavior. Rather, create instances of emotional depth, both joyful and upsetting. The secret is moderation. You don't want her to link you exclusively with anxiety or annoyance, but those emotional tensions, followed by tenderness or openness, can enhance the reward of emotional experiences. Engage in light-hearted arguments that make her passionate, only to shift to something more intimate, such as revealing a personal experience. The fluctuations in feelings prompt changes that draw her focus. Research indicates that the brain reacts to emotional highs and lows in a manner akin to its response to addictive substances, leading to dopamine surges that heighten her obsession with the source of that emotional excitement, you. Imagine a situation where you engage in a light-hearted debate over which film is superior. The conversation escalates in intensity. Just as she believes you are genuinely annoyed, you switch gears and share a heartfelt memory from your youth. This abrupt transition from disagreement to openness creates an emotional experience that keeps her engaged and invested in you. Spark her fear of missing out. The principle of scarcity significantly affects human behavior. If she perceives that other women have access to something she lacks, it generates a sense of urgency and rivalry. You want to subtly convey that your time and attention are precious and that she's not the sole one competing for it. Casually mention that you've been receiving a lot of interest recently, without coming off as arrogant. Let her recognize that you're attractive and have options. This ignites her competitive instinct and motivates her to seek your attention. The fear of missing out is a well-established psychological effect. When individuals sense they might forfeit something valuable, they often behave irrationally to secure it. In this situation, that valuable thing is you. For example, during a conversation, you could say, "I've been getting quite a few messages from people wanting to hang out recently, but I've been quite choosy with my time." This message indicates to her that other people find you attractive, prompting her to elevate her efforts to capture your interest. The notion that she could potentially lose the chance to be with someone as appealing as you will increase her desire to secure her role in your life. Steer the narrative. A frequently underestimated strategy in making someone infatuated with you is guiding how they view you. You can discreetly influence her thoughts about you by directing discussions, introducing concepts, and shaping her expectations. This isn't about deceit. It's about impacting her perception of who you are and what you mean in her life. When sharing your goals, dreams, or interests, emphasize what makes you unique compared to other men. Show her that you aren't just another typical guy pursuing shallow pursuits. You possess a deeper essence, and this distinction will help her recognize you as exceptional, raising your status in her eyes. Psychologically, we often place those who embody something distinctive or uncommon in our lives on a pedestal. By showcasing yourself as an individual who stands out, she will begin to view you as one of a kind, intensifying her fascination. When talking about your aspirations, you could stress your dedication to personal development and your intention to make a meaningful difference in the world. For example, express that you are enthusiastic about your job, but you are also genuinely devoted to volunteering and assisting others. This approach not only differentiates you from the rest, additionally, it aligns you with qualities that she may regard as admirable and appealing. She will start to perceive you as a unique treasure, someone deserving of her time and emotional investment. Be inconsistently consistent. While this may seem paradoxical, it's an effective tactic. Maintain consistency in key areas, your principles, your character, and how you treat her, while introducing occasional surprises to keep her emotionally invested. It's about being dependable without being dull. She needs to feel secure with you, but also eager about what could be ahead. Perhaps you typically send her a simple goodnight text, but one day you surprise her with a heartfelt voice message instead. These subtle changes in routine keep things interesting for her. In general, the brain enjoys new experiences while also seeking stability. Finding a balance between these two aspects is essential for maintaining someone's interest over time. You're providing her with a sense of security while simultaneously sparking her curiosity. Imagine a situation where you regularly organize laid-back outings, like watching movies or having casual dinners. Then, unexpectedly, you arrange a thrilling day trip or surprise her with tickets to a concert she's been longing to attend. These spontaneous acts demonstrate that you can be dependable and consistent. You also have the ability to inject excitement and freshness into her life. Maintaining this balance keeps the relationship lively and helps it avoid becoming stale. Nurture her unspoken desires. Individuals seldom articulate their profound wishes, particularly in the initial phases of attraction. However, if you can recognize and subtly respond to her concealed wants and needs, you become the man who truly understands her. This goes deeper than superficial attraction and connects with her most profound emotions. If she appreciates creativity, casually showcase your creative side. If she is motivated by ambition, demonstrate your commitment to achieving success. The key is to become a mirror of what she desires but may not explicitly express. Research in cognitive science shows that individuals are more inclined to develop an obsession with those who satisfy unacknowledged psychological needs. By reflecting her hidden aspirations, you differentiate yourself as someone who can fulfill those needs, making her more attracted to you. For example, if she cares deeply about environmental issues, you might bring up your participation in community cleanup initiatives or your passion for sustainable living. If she dreams of being a writer, you could talk about your favorite authors and how their works have shaped your perspective. By aligning with her core values and interests, you position yourself as someone who genuinely understands and supports her authentic self, creating a deeper bond between you. Introduce uncertainty and provide reassurance. While this may appear to be a gamble, listen closely. The combination of subtle uncertainty along with reassurance can establish a captivating push-pull effect. This approach isn't intended to instill insecurity. Instead, it should allow her to contemplate her position with you, only for you to draw her back in with affirmations. If she seems to become overly at ease, taper off your communication just a bit, sufficient enough to spark her curiosity. However, before she begins to overanalyze, boost her confidence with a compliment or a thoughtful act. This maintains her emotional engagement. The Zeigarnik effect illustrates that individuals are more likely to recall unfinished tasks or unresolved feelings than those that are completed. By leaving certain things somewhat ambiguous, you foster a sense of curiosity that makes her think about you. For instance, if you've been consistently messaging each other, consider taking a little longer to respond one day, just enough to catch her attention. When she starts to worry that something might be off, send a kind message that reaffirms your interest. This push-pull approach creates a dynamic where she's never completely sure about her position, which keeps her focused on you and wanting your affirmation. Master the technique of absence. Absence not only deepens affection, but can also lead to fixation. The secret is to disappear at precisely the right moment, when emotions are heightened, leaving her yearning for your company. When you make your return, the emotional effect is amplified. After an exceptionally wonderful date or conversation, consider going silent for a day or two. It's not about conveying disinterest, rather, it's creating a space that allows her to sense your absence. Studies in relationship psychology indicate that anticipation can intensify emotions. When someone eagerly awaits seeing or hearing from you, that anticipation itself serves as a strong emotional bond that deepens their connection to you. Picture this: you've shared an incredible evening filled with laughter and meaningful dialogue. Instead of sending her a goodnight text or checking in the following day, you let a few days elapse. During this time, she will revisit the night in her thoughts, reflecting on how much she enjoyed it and pondering when she might hear from you again. When you eventually do reach out, the emotional effect is significantly heightened since she has been looking forward to your return. Create an aura of exclusivity. People desire what isn't easily accessible. If she perceives that your time, energy, or inner self is somewhat limited, she will appreciate it more. The key is to be selectively available. When you're together, engage with her on a deep level. However, always maintain a part of yourself just out of reach. While enjoying time with her, be entirely present and make her feel like she is the sole focus of your attention. Yet, once that time concludes, step back into your own world. Convey to her that she is unique, but not so unique that you're sacrificing everything for her. The scarcity principle in psychology suggests that people often assign higher value to items they perceive as rare or hard to acquire. By positioning yourself as someone who is not easily reachable, you increase your perceived value in her eyes. For instance, if you're usually available to hang out, start being more selective. Let her know that you have a packed schedule ahead with significant projects or personal commitments. When you do allocate time for her, make it meaningful and special. This intentional strategy regarding your availability makes your presence seem more valuable and sought after, which enhances her desire to spend time with you. Integrate yourself into her everyday life. Genuine obsession occurs when you've intertwined yourself with someone's daily musings, behaviors, and routines. This can be achieved by integrating into her life through small yet meaningful gestures. You aim to establish cues that evoke memories of you during her day, even in your absence. Perhaps you connect over a specific song, a catchphrase, or a shared habit that she relates to you. Whenever she engages in that routine or habit, her thoughts will naturally drift back to you. As per the principles of behavioral conditioning, consistent associations form strong mental connections. By becoming a part of her everyday life, you essentially condition her to think of you frequently, which enhances her emotional bond and can lead to fixation. Think about sharing a song that you both love. Each time she hears it, she is likely to remember you or create a distinct phrase or inside joke unique to just the two of you. These minor repeated associations forge a mental link that keeps you prominent in her mind throughout her day. As time goes on, these cues will deepen her emotional attachment to you, making her feel even more connected and preoccupied. These methods, although effective, should be applied with care. The aim is not to deceive or harm anyone, but to comprehend the intricate aspects of attraction and connection. When applied properly, these methods can assist you in forming a connection so powerful that she will constantly be thinking about you. However, keep in mind that with significant power comes considerable responsibility. Therefore, utilize these techniques judiciously and always regard her with the respect she merits. If you've reached this point, share your thoughts in the comments section below. For more captivating subjects, be sure to check out the recommended video displayed on your screen right now. Thank you for watching